You've read The Great Gatsby, but what if you could experience it for yourself? Today, we're at the Mansion at Glen Cove on the iconic Gold Coast of Long Island. With 55 acres of land, a salt cave spa, and fine dining, we're here to get the full Gatsby experience. A Connecticut woman arrested in Washington as police and National Guard stand at the ready. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Alexis Special. Tonight, America is on alert 3 days before the inauguration. The restored vintage trains feature 8 cars that ran the lettered lines during the 1930s through the 1970s. And when they're not in use during the holiday season, they're on display at the New York Transit Museum. Good evening, I'm Alexis Special, and here's a look at your top headlines. It's meant to be really easy for customers. You come pick out your favorite toy, purchase it at the register, and then put it into the donation box, where then it goes into the hands of a local child.
We're here at the Feast of San Gennaro in Little Italy. You see behind me people from across the city and around the world come here to take part in this massive celebration of Italian culture. They're expecting nearly 2 million people over the course of the 11-day feast to come take part.
And for those shopping for kitchen cabinets themselves, it may be best to get those orders in sooner rather than later, because Mariki Kitchen says those prices could keep going way up.
So Margarita, tell me a little bit about the treatment we're going to be seeing today.
Okay, today we're going over for the body chocolate scrub.
So we just saw the chocolate scrub. Now tell me about the chocolate rub. What makes it different and how does that work? The toddler playground is open for play, and you can see many people taking advantage of that. But it's this playground that was the site of the fire that remains closed. And while some residents have managed to gain access, there's still many questions left unanswered. Amanda, I'm here in front of that parking garage on Erskine Place where that driver was eventually arrested by police officers, but not before an intense chase down, all caught on video that you need to see to believe. Francis says typically when a package is delivered, the worker opens the unlocked gate and leaves the package either in the mailbox or in front of the door. But that wasn't the case with this worker. You're going to want to mark your calendar, because if the next time you go to undock one of these is after January 5th, you will be paying more by the minute. This is what the price hikes will look like. What does this Lambert Houses project aim to accomplish? What is it that you want people to know in this?
The Bronx has a higher rate of mortality than other boroughs in New York City. Why is that, and how are your efforts helping change that?
What is your why?
Never burnt out. If you love something like what you're doing, do it for life, honey.
The workers here tell me that this is what you have to do. You have to soften up the snow, shovel it up, and get it out of the way. And then after they're done shoveling, they come through with these scrapers here to make sure that there's no black ice on the walkways. I also had the chance to ride along in a Parks truck to check the status of the walkways throughout the park. This is what it looked like earlier. The city is urging people to stay at home during the winter weather, and some people getting a head start on those stay-at-home warnings and avoiding the crowds here altogether by instead opting to place delivery orders. This might look like your average van, but when you step in, you realize there's a lot more happening inside. Come take a look.